Okay. We got Sagittarius. Pulled you out, Sagittarius, from whatever that was. Alright, so original zodiacs before they changed to the 12 from the 13th and dropped the fire kiss. December 18th to January 18th, blue topaz, garnet, Thursday, Jupiter, tin, agate, the archer, liver, ovaries, and testes. How's your shield holding up, Sagittarius? I would like to say good. I'm going to put this down here so I can see. All right, revelation. Respect, courteous, submissive, regard, or deference. Respect, great devotion, awe shown to God if you're religious, or the divine. Respect, honor, duty, as in granted to somebody or a belief or cause, homage. Respect or admire greatly, honor, esteem, gift, payment, or other expression of respect, submission, or like tribute. You could be paying... Ooh. You could be paying a tribute to somebody or paying something out to somebody. Trouble that you're getting. What are we doing, Sagittarius? Level-headed. Maybe you got some clarity back. What is that? Oh, you got your strength. So you're not fearing as much as you used to in the past. Good job. Wow, you guys are doing good. All right, Sagittarius. You got 5, 6, 7, 8. That can be symbolic for infinity as well as... I'm getting bow tie. Maybe you got an event to go to. Making friends with a lion. You got a Leo in your life, you're making friends with them, or you're maybe starting to understand them a little bit better and why they do what they do or say what they say. Even if they said hurtful things to you in the past, you're kind of like putting it on the back burner, you're putting it at bay. You understand that the fears that you accumulated through this person are no longer yours to hold. You're letting it go. Gaining your strength back. A lot of blue, a lot of red. So you got your root chakra. Sometimes that pertains to family. And then you're cloaked in blue. So you could very well be using your throat chakra for good. Something to do about a single rose. She holds a single rose in her hand. It's got a lot of things. Rose itself could have been a sacrifice. This could have been a self-sacrifice or something you have to give up. Something you were pursuing possibly in the past. What else we got here? Sagittarius. You got the King of Clubs in reverse. This energy you're not interested or entertaining anymore. You don't even want to hear what they have to say. This does not feel like your energy. And if it is, you're not in a good frame of mind if this is you. But I don't think it is you, Sagittarius. Whoever this is that you're dealing with, it's an older gentleman. All right? He has some inner vision as well. And maybe that's what's made his endeavors like succeed up until this point, and he's used his creativity. But whatever this is in the reverse now. So this is almost like lust gone sour, or if I don't get my way, I'm going to try to control you or command you a certain way because I'm not getting what I want. This is somebody using their gifts and abilities for not so good reasons. Maybe somebody that doesn't really care for animals. No matter how much he's turned upside down, he still wants to hold his crown. This is somebody that is sending what? Get some more. What's this King of Clubs in reverse? Compulsory, constraining, coercive, obligatory. Coercive, somebody that's very convincing. You may have listened to them in the past, but you're standing up now. Sometimes this could be your own insecurities and fears, but I'm not getting the energy from this. This is more like making peace with what is. So Sagittarius, what are you dealing with this King of Clubs in reverse? Sneak, to creep privately, to go furtively, to crouch, a mean fellow, one guilty of underhanded work. Yeah. You could be learning some things about this person. Maybe some truth's gotten out, or maybe they slipped up and said something that they've kept from you from a long time. Or it could very well be a partner of yours if you are indeed dealing with this individual. Either close family, friend, or partner. This feels like a husband or something like that. Whatever it was, there could have been something said in the heat of the moment, and it kind of slipped out. And because you know this information now, it kind of changes your viewpoint, and it's gained you a little bit of inner strength to not have the fear anymore. Because it's almost like, oh, so that's how you see me, or that's how you've always looked at me. Good to know. I don't know if this person was intoxicated or they just said it out of anger. You avoided, because of this, you avoided the Ten of Swords and the upright. So you avoided a form of betrayal because you know this information. This is now going to help you on your journey. This is going to help you on your path, Sag. This is actually going to allow you to make certain judgment calls. You're still going to speak your truth because although all these are in the reverse, this one is still standing. This reminds me of the Ace of Swords and the upright. I think I just did one. I just did one for Capricorn and they had the Ace of Swords and the upright. But you're going to avoid any kind of bullshit that this person has placed on you because of the fact that they can't get their shit together, or maybe they've done a lot of sneaky things behind the scenes and you were not aware of some of it. From what I'm gathering, you weren't aware of a lot of it. They did treat you like you were foolish or childish or dumb. You may have felt this way even though they didn't speak the words to say that to your face. I apologize if the words that I'm saying are a little bit hurtful, but sometimes you got to hear it. Even though you're going through it, it may still take a while to hit you. Some communication. You're either going to be sending communication to somebody or it's going to be coming in. It feels like you're actually going to reach out to somebody that you haven't in a while due to this information that you're just getting. Use your voice. It's no longer off. You're no longer bound to the situation. You're no longer clouded judgment, and you no longer have any fears or worries about this person. It seems like you're really willing to be up and leaving if you have to. Like to the point, you know when some people in their relationships, they cut off all their hair and it's almost like they've hit rock bottom, but they haven't. And then they kind of get a new spark and it's like the phoenix and they just kind of rise up out of it. Even though they were so close to betrayal, or they've already suffered a betrayal and it's ended. That's the energy I'm getting. Because you got the Eight of Swords, and then you got the Ten of Swords in reverse. You stand in your ground. You've got Jupiter on your side, which is good luck. So hold that close. You're going to be going towards your Ten of Cups, with or without this person. This could be symbolic for healing your inner child, and maybe there's somebody else that you have in mind that you've known for a long time since childhood that you want to partner up with. This is your rainbow. This is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. These cups look empty, but they're not. They're full of ideas, manifestations, wishes, hopes, wants, desires, anything that you brings you joy, any creative moments, and any kind of things that just bring some form of comfort. And this is like a beginner too. Whoever this was, they're just a beginner at this. This partner of yours, they have the little tiny staff, like a little stick in their hand instead of like the Hermit or the Eight of Cups where he's got his walking stick. So this is somebody that's new at this as well. You could be new at this as well, but you have no fears about where you want to go. Maybe this other person at one point it brought you some form of happiness, but they kind of trailed off. They were looking in the other direction, so you may not be interested in that anymore. That's what's going to be your justice, going your own separate way. On that note, I'm going to get some love oracle cards for Sagittarius. Oh, that came up quick. Sunglasses, so kind of shielding from the sun. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. This could have to do with vision as well. Now, I don't know if this is third eye that I'm getting here, but something to do with the eyes. You could feel like this other person is watching you and gaslighting you. If they're doing that, you get the decision whether or not you're going to allow that to affect you. It's all to do with your mind state and how you manage your emotions. Their perception could be way off of who you actually are and what you're meant to be doing. You could have allowed this other person to have an influence on you for a while too. Even this other person that you spoke to, if this is a Leo too, they could be watching you have this like change of mind. They could be watching you come up out of it. So if you went through the dark night of the soul, or you have yet to be awakened, and then you're starting to come out of it and you're starting to awaken to the truth of a lot of things, this other person's watching. They're fully aware of it. And you don't have to be afraid of showing your happiness. I don't care who you are. You don't have to be afraid of showing that. Even if other people are going to be upset about it, or they're going to try to make you feel a certain way, don't let them. You're like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm actually really good. And I'm not going to deal with this no more. I'm going to say what I need to say now, and I'm going to go my own way. I don't care if you don't like it. I've always wanted to do this. If this is like a motherly figure that you've had to deal with, Mom, I've always enjoyed doing this, and you shit on me every chance you got. Every time I found something that brought me true joy and happiness, you made me feel like crap for it, and I'm not going to put up with that anymore. So you get your strength back. You speak up, you say what it is that you need to say, and you catch things before they happen, like a betrayal. I'm going to put this down so I can fit. I don't really have the nicest setup here. Maybe you don't feel like you have enough, but I have more than enough to keep this supported here. But whatever it was that came out, you know now. And you did avoid this betrayal. Is this going to go, or am I going to have to readjust everything? Maybe you feel like you have to readjust your entire life now? I wouldn't worry too much about it. Are you staying? Stay. Okay. Somebody just sitting in the car next to me watching me. So maybe you feel a little bit of pressure when you do stuff for yourself. Like, oh, people are going to judge you. Who gives a shit? Don't sell yourself short just because other people want to judge. They're not doing their own thing, so fuck it. Who cares? What else do we got here? I'm going to turn this off for a second. Now I'm feeling a little uneasy, a little uncomfortable. So quite possibly when you do start to gain your strength back, people make you feel a little uncomfortable. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Definitely learn whatever mistakes you made in the past, or whatever other people have done, or whatever you learned from the situations. You're allowed to make new memories. You don't have to keep reliving old ones. That's for sure. You learn from the past. You have your keepsakes. You do what it is that's best for you. You can think about the past all you want. If you've done anything in the past that maybe have led up to this very point, and you feel like, well, shit, I could have been here already. Had I done all this before, had I listened to my intuition, had I done what I was supposed to do before, none of this would be an issue right now, or I wouldn't be struggling so hard. Don't beat yourself up so much. I'm pretty sure the world beats us up enough as is. Got your crown chakra. What else we got here? Sagittarius. Your gifts, talents, and abilities are real. So don't second guess yourself. If there's something you really want to do for you, please go ahead and do it. You have the wisdom and knowledge, okay? I'm pretty sure other people around you have known this as well. So, like, why the fuck would you care what they think just because they're not doing something for themselves? That makes no sense. Resembling, but not really. Maybe you felt like you were being a certain way, but not really. Runes. I didn't bring my runes with me. That's unfortunate. You can see what comes out in the book, but I didn't bring my runes with me. Legus. Unknown. Formlessness, chaos, potentiality, humor, flow, ocean, water, lake, sea, intuition, dreams, imagination, energy, renewal, revitalization, emotions, counsel, and fluid. So a lot to do with water. So you could be by water and you need to get around water. And use humor if that's what you want to do. Use some humor. You've got the acceptance. You already know as well. You're determined. What else we got? Sonorous. I've never heard of this word. S-O-N-O-R-O-U-S. Sonorous. Giving sound when struck. Ooh, those singing bowls. Even if you take one of those metal bowls that you use for mixing, like cake batter and stuff like that, clean it out, empty it out, put it on the counter. Put it on the counter and hit it with a fork or a spoon or whatever that's metal, and it will vibrate. Cleanse your energy in any way you can, even if you don't have a singing bowl. Where was it? Sonorous. Okay. Resonate. High sounding. So you want to keep your vibrational frequency high. You may have to do some cleansing, and you may have to do some more focusing in order to get more information coming into you, whatever downloads you need. If you are intuitive, then you should be getting the signs and synchronicities in front of you. I'm called to pull the past life oracle card. What do we have for Sagittarius? Ooh, Native American. You very well could have some native ties. This card's coming out, or this could have been a past life. Actually, I'm not getting a DNA thing for this. Like, it's not here in the 3D family bloodline. This is something of a past life. So you could have experienced some huge turmoil and trauma from before. I'm not saying like the idea of Pocahontas, but you definitely experienced something, and this is something that you're going through now. It could very well be the loss of this King of Clubs in the reverse. I want to know more about the King of Clubs. I'm just saying one more card. Feeling anger and ill will, grudge. Wars and battles. So this is something that you've had to come up against. Maybe this person in the physical form right now, this energy, this entity, this person that is in the form of a person's body, like a physical body, this is an energy that you have had to battle and fight before. I don't know how long you've been around this person, but this is something that you've had to deal with before. You very well could be winning the battle, so I would keep your sword up, stay focused, don't let your guard down, regardless of, even if you get distracted by something else or you're feeling this huge rush of inner strength, you gotta still, I don't want to call it humble, you gotta still stay grounded. You gotta still be able to stay grounded so that you can continue to be a few steps ahead. A year. So it could be within this year that you're going to complete whatever this is. Yeah, we got Native American wars and battles. These are past life oracle cards, okay? One after the other, they come out. Wear your seatbelt. Because keep in mind, when it comes to spiritual warfare, there's a lot of things that if you're not asking for help, if you're not asking for guidance, if you're not keeping in a high vibrational state, if you're not being aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, there's things that can come in and they're projected from other people or sent towards you, energies, entities, whatever you want to call it. And that could be in the form of accidents or something like that. So wear your seatbelt. And look where you're going, especially downstairs. You know what's weird is, no offense to bring my family into this again, but I've got my own feelings about them. My one aunt, not going to name who, was joking about a car accident, and then my other aunt within that day ended up being in a car accident. Words are very powerful, guys. You can't fuck around with that stuff. You can't even be joking about it. If that's your type of humor, great, but words are powerful. And if you have any sort of gifts or abilities or something like that, and you've maybe called judgment on somebody else and you don't realize that there's other energies at play here that are taking over once you give the certain go-ahead or the green light, then you're going to be responsible. You're going to be held responsible for that. And then that's adding to your karma as well, if you don't want to understand that sort of thing. That person's leaving now. Stand your ground. Watch your mouth, how you say it. Lessons and blessings. Yeah, it's a matter of time. I'm believing that you came to a certain point in your life now. Responsibility. Burdens. Deny or reject responsibility. Disclaim. Factor that shares the responsibility for something. Contributory. Factor. Giving up or relinquish responsibility. You could have not have wanted to take responsibility in the past, and that's how you ended up with this other person, but now you're seeing that they looked at you a certain way and you want no part of that. You're finally waking up out of that. What else we got? Garden predators. This is kind of giving me Eve vibes. You got parasitic wasp, you got a black snake, a lacewing, a purple martin, a garden spider, toad, praying mantis, ladybug, garden predators. Now, which one stands out? Why does purple martin stand out? That could be something that is pertaining to my own thing here. Anyways, yeah, go back to lessons and blessings. You're given opportunities to learn certain things, and if you don't want to, that's okay. It's free will, it's choice. It's not like you are being held at gunpoint, and let's hope that never happens. I'm not projecting onto anybody. Have patience with yourself. What else we got? Communal living. Whoever it is that you're dealing with, you're kind of stuck in the same house right now. There's an opening, though. Okay? You've been around people. When's the last time you were by yourself? Do you spend a lot of time by yourself, or do you always got to be around other people? Maybe you're around hype people. You know what hype people are? They're people that build you up, and they kind of keep your ego afloat, and they make you feel good about yourself, constantly complimenting you, whatever you call it, but it's not necessarily always a healthy thing. A compliment what compliments do, but if people are doing that all the time, and maybe they're just using you for your energy or whatever you have, sometimes it's nice to just sit with yourself quiet. If you drink wine, go ahead and drink wine. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you indulge responsibly. Again, resemble or imitate, often camouflage, mimic, simulate, resembling but not really, being quasi, bogus, or ersatz. I don't know if I'm saying that right. ersatz. Ersatz. Anyways, if you're trying to copy or imitate another person, you're amazing yourself. You don't need to do that. At no point do you need falsities. Maybe this other person led you to falsities. Okay, this other King of Clubs in the reverse had you believing you had to be a certain way, but I'm pretty sure you know better. I'm pretty sure you figured that one out already. It was a test, something that you had to learn on your own. Drop the book. I don't want to drop the book. So maybe somebody's telling you not to look into something. This could be a legal activity. Jumble. Yeah, you could be having a lot of people. This could be this person as well, projecting onto you confusion spells or any kind of negativity, or even just blocking your intuition. To mix in a confused mass, to meet, mix, or unite in confused manner. Confusion or confused mass, disorder, and confusion. That's pretty much jumble. Yeah. That could be also Scrabble too. Some sort of word play. Somebody could be really tricky with their word play. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of lawyer, what do they call that? Black's Law Dictionary, maritime, know your rights, know what you are, know what you're allowed in your contracts if you have any with people. Read the fine print. If you can't read the fine print, find somebody you really truly trust next to you to read the fine print for you. You kind of feel like people are spinning you around. That's what it feels like, and it's not working. Cut out. This looks like gut out because the Sharpie was so thick. Cut cut out the energies or purge what does not serve you. Get rid of, purge what does not serve you. You don't need it. You're going to have to put your emotions on auto. Kind of like coast for a little bit. Okay? Hail. Something to do with hail. Grapheme. A letter or combination of letters that represents one sound. Minimum distinctive unit. A writing system. G or PH. PH to me stands for balance, and G in itself could be flipped around as many different letters and numbers. In grapheme. What are these? Grammar and linguistic terms. Again, with the wordplay, heavy on the law and knowing your rights or knowing whatever contracts that you've signed, knowing where you stand, if you have to give something over to somebody because you didn't read the fine print, or if you have to return something to somebody, or if somebody has to return something to you, know what it is in the legal documentation that you signed. Because if not, that will come back to bite you in the butt. What else? By definition, by its very nature, ipso facto. That's just fun to say. Yeah, you could be learning a lot of things right now. By right, legally, de jure. Butcher, by the way. Something to do with meat. Butcher. Cleaver. That could also be, if I read that differently, clever. I'm not picking up a form of dyslexia, but it's just like word jumble, word play. Somebody is really tricky. This could be this fucking King of Clubs in reverse. Oh, he's like, drop it. This could be this King of Clubs in reverse. This could be a feminine and masculine energy too, but whoever this is, he's very good with his words. Charming. Was he a Prince Charming at once? At one point in your life? Did you just shake your head? No. So you just like went along with it? You never really bought into his bullshit, huh? Bucolic. Pastoral. A pastoral poem. That's weird. Something to do with a poem. Maybe you read vows. Maybe this is a spouse of yours. I want to get more on this. This is really interesting. Who is this knight of... I mean, I want to say knight. So it's a younger mentality, being an older man. Who is this King of Clubs in reverse that's got a real bad fucking issue and has been taking it out on you for a long time? Who is this person? Ooh, alongside the Knight of Swords. So he uses his words too. This could be a partner of his, or this could be a dual energy. Just because it's one person doesn't mean he can't be both the King of Clubs and the King of Swords. But they're both in the reverse. So not only does he misuse his wand, he misuses his sword. And then we got the Empress in the upright. Sag, come on. You've learned the lessons already. Move forward. You got your shield, use it. You've got your staff, use it. You got your duality, use it. You got your intuition, use it. You have your guidance, use it. You have your spiritual, what do you call that? Spiritual connection, when you want to, use it. Don't worry about chest size. Like, if this is a physical, the first thing I'm looking at is that her boobs and how they're so big. And, oh, my boobs are not that big. Like, that's what's popping into my head right now. That is not what an empress thinks about. No, she gets the job done. She is fully in her strength. She understands that she can use her fears to her advantage. She is not bound to anything, okay, because she learns her lessons and she gets her blessings. You need to get out of your head there. Whatever this person has done, or people, plural, it could be two individuals, they were about to 10 of swords your ass, but they slipped up and said something that they shouldn't have. Well, they should have, but they weren't gonna. And you gotta learn from the past. Communal living. Obsess or occupy the thoughts of haunt. Obsession. Obsession or preoccupation. Fixation. This person could be fixated on you, or there could be a person in your past that is occupying your thoughts at this time, like haunting you. If you've done something, make amends, sorry. You could be running away from whatever it is that you got to fix. Don't do that, okay? That could be part of your reminiscing. You're looking back on things, maybe photos or situations or maybe words you said. Obsessive worry or nightmare in incubus. There's incubus and succubus. So if you are having nightmares or worries about this stuff, you've already understood you can gain your strength, okay? Of whatever this is. So whatever was projected onto you to hold on to that caused you any kind of state of fear or obsession or worry, whether it be about other people or whatever, let that go. That's step one. Get rid of and purge and cut out anything that does not serve you. Step two, that shit doesn't matter. Step three, other people and what they do does not have a control over this Ten of Cups energy, okay? You get to keep this Ten of Cups for yourself. I want to put it to the mirror. This is you, okay? You get to keep this. You could be taking a lot of selfies or you're kind of infatuated. Don't worry about your looks. Don't worry about your weight. Oh my God. Come on. I'm not being offensive either. Like, you don't need to do that to yourself, Sag. That's silly. Even in the stars, you have a fucking shield, okay? So just use it wisely. I almost, I'm feeling a kind of low energy right now. So I'm going to get up out of this. What else can I give you here? You're an Empress, so you know better, okay? Let's see what else we get. You're kind of preventing yourself and obstructing yourself. Perplexity, state of being puzzled or at a loss. Bewilderment, state of being intricate or involved. You're not bound to anything anymore. If you are still a little bit puzzled or confused, start writing stuff down. Start doing more research about certain things. That could be something that interests you. Get into more hobbies. Physically fit and keep active. Get that blood flowing, and it helps your brain too. So you have really sharp memory, and you can think on your feet, and you can use your intuition a little bit better. You activate some chemicals, healthy chemicals I might add, released in your body. Not pills, not drugs, not drinking, none of that. You activate some good stuff in there to keep your brain sharp, okay? Condone. To pardon, to imply forgiveness of. If you're asking forgiveness of another person, then ask. If you're expecting they're just going to give the forgiveness, well, how do they know you want forgiveness? If you are waiting for forgiveness from another person, you could ask. And if you're expecting that they're going to give you forgiveness of something, well, let's just say expectations can give you a lot of disappointment, okay? So basically, if it comes down